Hello, everybody. This is Tyler here, one of your executive hosts with URComped, and I am so excited to bring you guys Jennifer and Dale. Guys, y'all just got off of sailing a little bit ago, huh? Which one was it?
We had the June 19th Celebrity Millennium from St. Martin.
Yep.
Awesome. That is so cool. So, just in general, how was the sailing in a hole or at a hole?
Amazing. It was super awesome. I was so concerned that when COVID shut down everything, the cruise lines were going to start nickel and diming and cut back on services. That never happened. That it was every single thing was just like before. You had twice a day housekeeping. The staff were so gracious. Service was on point. And the casino, the first day, I hit $1,000.
She did.
I hit a jackpot. So I was really happy, and and everything was so clean, and it was actually surreal for me because I thought, what happened in the last 18 months? Like, how could this not have been going on? I needed it. So it was really good.
Yeah, I think that, one of the things that was nice about the cruise was how uneventful it was. As we hadn't been on a cruise, we walked off a ship February 2nd of last year. So, it was over 500 days, but the actual cruise itself, we went to trivia. We went to, arts and crafts.
Meditation, yoga.
We went to all the activities and went in the pool and did all the things that we were doing pre-COVID. So that was almost the pleasure of the fact that it was so uneventful.
Yeah.
As far as the new protocols go, we felt safe. We felt well cared for. The onboard COVID test was super easy. You could, and one of the big things is now the app. So the app is integrated in everything. And that was really nice because we could actually take care of some of the cruising, beforehand, including the muster drill, at the day of on our phone, and all we had to do was show up, and they checked our card. It was amazing.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I actually heard that same term earlier today. Was the pre-COVID. Like it felt so like it wasn't like a big ordeal or anything like that, which is exactly what you're looking for whenever you're going on a cruise, is that comfortability. Like everything is easy and smooth. You want it to run smoothly. So that's awesome. So one of the big things people are talking about is actually getting on board. So with onboarding, how did that process go? How did it feel in St. Martin after the airports and everything?
We are very organized. And so what we did is we had an envelope system. So we had Dale's information in one envelope, and then I had my information, and print out a lot of copies. We had 3 copies of our negative PCR test. We had 3 copies of the St. Martin electronic health assessment form. We also had Celebrity will send you a boarding package. You need to print that out. You also need to print out your boarding tickets because until you get on board the ship, you don't have your card. And so even though it's on an app, have your tickets with you. So the envelope system really worked. Also your vaccination card. You do and will need to show that. They will take pictures. They will scan you. I think, from the time that we arrived at the port until we walked on board was maybe 15 minutes. They had it down to a science.
Really?
There was so many workers to help. They had 2 immigration officers right there at the port. You dropped off your luggage and it would be delivered to your room. I thought everything went really smoothly.
Yeah, I think that, and one of the things that we kind of learned as a tip is that when you do have some of these electronic forms, you can save it as a photo on your phone, because those QR codes work easily. So you can just show the QR code, they scan the photo, because you might not have Wi-Fi or 5G connection, and it works great. And the same thing with the app itself. The boarding passes are on there, but we always do have paper copies. But one of the things that they're really trying to eliminate on board is those touch points. And so, it was even more paperless than what we had before.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. And then the whole cruise experience, I know y'all went into a lot of the activities and stuff, but did y'all feel like any of the protocols that they've set up or anything like that hindered any of your experiences while on board? Did it feel like anything was limited or like
Yes.
you couldn't do something or anything like that?
Yeah, they reduced the show times to just once a night at 9 p.m. And so we felt kind of hindered by that. Because we eat dinner, or we actually eat dinner at the specialty restaurants, and it would take it up until 8. But then we'd go to the casino and lose track of time, and then we'd miss the show. Whereas if they would have had the 7 o'clock one, we might have been able to make it. But that was the only thing that we talked about that had really changed, was that it was just a once a night show.
Exactly. That's the that was the thing, and we actually asked the activity staff on that, and they said that the first sailing of the Millennium, they were doing the 2 shows. They were doing 7 and 9, but because the ship was only 1/3 full, there was only like 10 people showing up for the 7 o'clock, and so they said you can't perform to 10 people. So that's why they went ahead and they did it as a 9, so they could have both seating dinner times there. But other than that, I mean, and I think that was more of a protocol just because of how less full the ship was as opposed to anything COVID related. But I think that, the buffet was great. Everybody talks about the buffet, of course, but they were serving. But on other cruises like Holland America, we've sailed them for years. They've always served us. It's never been, so it was nothing out of the way. We did not feel, you walk up to a bar, you say, can I get a drink? They serve you a drink, the casino, the waiters are walking around. You could pick your machine. Of course, on these smaller capacity, you get your pick of machines. You're not fighting for the machines at all. And so I felt that, it was just an amazing cruise.
That's awesome. You love to hear that. And then, you touched on it a little bit. URComp's favorite part of the cruise and their guest's favorite part of the cruise, the casino in there. With that, it's still going to the casino, sitting at the tables or machines. It all still felt the same. It felt good. It wasn't like you were treated the same. All of it was
yeah, 100%. We on Celebrity, of course, you get free drinks when you're in the casino. So we could either walk up to the bar was open, or they had the waiters coming around. And the casino activities that a lot of us take part in, whether it's the tournaments or the special giveaways, all of that went on. They had the hot seat drawings. They had, all
Belvedere vodka.
There was a Woodbridge whiskey. They were doing events where they were giving out bottles of those every hour. It like I said, it was the normal stuff that we had before that you expect from the casino, and there was absolutely no change. The casino, I saw nothing different.
Well, the one thing that I will note is that your card is now Wi-Fi. Yeah. So you have a card, your CPAS card, and you do have to tap it at the machine to get your points. That was different because there's no more sliding in and out. There's no more leaving your card. It's a touch. The other thing is that when we first boarded, every other machine was shut down to enhance social distancing. But by Wednesday, like the 3rd, 4th night, every machine was open. They had removed all the stickers. It was a free for all, but there's like 4 people in there playing slots.
There was a very limited capacity, so it was really nice.
But they had every single table game. They had blackjack, they had poker, they had roulette, they had craps. Every single game was open and ready to serve.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they even had, which was kind of unusual on a cruise, they had a Pai Gow table. There was never anybody playing it, but they were there waiting for the one guy that wants to go play Pai Gow poker. So
whoever had $100, $200 a hand, they were waiting. Awesome. Yeah, that all of it sounds amazing. Like I said, I love the idea of getting out there and feeling like pre-COVID, you're not worried about everything you're doing or every step you take. And then leaving everything, getting off the ship, everything like that, that I assume would be the easiest process. How did it feel whenever y'all were disembarking?
Horrible. We had to leave the ship. But we had to put our masks back on, and
return to reality.
But Celebrity did a great job of, keeping it was one of the smoothest debarkations after 30 cruises. This was one of the the smoothest we've ever had?
No pressure. Like they would call the luggage numbers because you had to, you can't self-assist. They have to take your luggage. But there was no pressure. They weren't like group 1, go now.
No,
None of that.
none
like,
of that.
We had a later flight. And so we stayed on the ship until almost 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
And then we disembarked, and it was just super quick and easy. We take a little golf cart from the ship back to the port where we embarked, and picked up our bag and went through immigration, and we were on our way to go.
We were good to go, and they're, and that's I think one of their protocols too, is they are trying to have smaller groups depart at the same, at different times. So you do get, especially if you do have a later flight, it's perfect simply because you do get that extra. There was no rush. We've been on cruises where it seemed like at 9 o'clock the steward was knocking on our door saying, you guys want to take your donut and run? Okay, but in this case, no. We had coffee. We said goodbye to a lot of the staff because they were, they became our friends over the week, like any other cruise.
Yeah. And
they're all excited to go take the ship up to Alaska. So they're looking forward to that in a week.
Yeah. Yeah, that is amazing. And after this sailing, trying out a pre-COVID or a post-COVID sailing, we're back into it. Are y'all excited for another one? Do y'all have any booked coming up?
Well, you know the answer to that, but of course we do. We actually, this was actually only our second celebrity cruise. The first one we had ever done was a 2-day. So we got the smallest taste you can get on a cruise without it just being a boat to nowhere. But we fell in love with celebrity, and we're going again in August 1st. So we're at 31 days right now. But we are excited to be able to drive to a port.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we love to drive, and that cruising's back in the U.S. and we want to support that because we feel that for us it's the best vacation that there is. We've taken all kinds of vacations, and we love going on the casino. We love relaxing, and being on a cruise is our happy place.
I love it. And yeah, right after getting off the sailing, booking another one definitely shows that things are going well. This isn't just saying all of this. They're actually going well. People are getting off of them, and then as soon as so super excited for you guys. Happy that y'all got to experience that, and that we're coming back and everything is getting back into full swing. So thank you guys so much for coming in here and hanging out, letting the URComped family know how things were on board. I really appreciate y'all taking the time, and thank you guys.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing other URComped family on board. We ran into a couple.
We did. It's good to recognize people.
Yeah, hopefully everybody will have the swag bags and everything like that soon, and we'll all be able to pick each other out of a crowd right away.
Right? That way we're like, oh, where are you coming from? Okay.
Exactly. Well, awesome, guys. I will let you guys go, but again, thank you, and I will talk to y'all soon.
Thanks, Tyler. Have a great weekend.